Welcome everybody. Today's video is about active voice and passive voice. The most wonderful topic in English which I really love, and most of the time in competitive exams you see active voice and passive voice. So today we're going to crack how to use active voice and passive voice. Active voice emphasizes on the subject, the person who does the action. On the other hand, passive voice emphasizes on the object or the action acted upon. Okay, so this is what we're going to see: how to write sentence in active voice and how to convert sentence in passive voice. Active voice and passive voice relies on tenses. Tenses plays a very important role in active voice and passive voice. There are so many tenses are there in English, as you all know that. In active voice and passive voice, we will use present simple, present continuous tense, present future tense, past simple, past continuous tense, and past perfect tense. We also see some future tense as well, which we will see in the upcoming videos. There are certain tenses which does not apply. There are certain tenses which do not apply in active voice and passive voice, which we will also cover in the upcoming videos. So today we are going to see present simple tense in active voice and passive voice. Okay, so in order to master active voice and passive voice, the first thing that you need to know is the formation, the rules. How do I form sentence in active voice and passive voice? If I know the structure of it, it's pretty simple. There is no big deal in that. So that is what we are going to see. So I have listed out the structure, the formation for active voice and passive voice using present simple tense. Okay, so active voice, you start with subject, because remember I said that active voice emphasizes on the subject. So subject always comes at the beginning, or most of the time comes at the beginning. Okay, so subject plus V1. So verb plays a very important role here. There are three forms of verb that we will use it here. One is the base form, which is V1, and second one is V2, which is the past tense form of the verb. V3 is the past participle form. So I have mentioned here as V1 here because active voice is all about base form of verb. However, in passive voice, especially in present simple tense, you're going to see only in past participle form. So let's see what are the rules. The first one, subject plus V1 plus S plus ES and plus object. So subject is the main thing, verb in the base form, S and ES based on the subject, and you have the object at the end. So remember the structure, the sentence pattern of active voice is you have subject at the beginning, you have verb, and then the object at the end. So that is the structure of active voice in this scenario. You have subject, verb, object. So when I convert the same sentence into passive voice, I'm going to I'm going to give more importance only on the subject, on the object, not on the subject. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the object to the front. So here you can see in active voice the subject is in the front. In passive voice, we're going to bring the object to the front. And also we're going to add some auxiliary verbs such as is, am, and are based on the object. So the formation of passive voice is object plus is plus am plus are based on the object. If the object is in singular, we're going to use is. The object is in the plural, we're going to use are plus V3. That's a participle, the past participle form of the verb, plus by plus the subject. Now I hope you can understand the concept. Okay, so active voice, you have only three things, which is the subject, V1, the base form of the verb, plus S, ES based on singular plural of the subject, and then you have the object at the end. In the passive voice, object is at the front because we are giving emphasis to the object, plus the auxiliary verb is or am or are plus V3, the past participle, plus by plus subject. Let's see an example to understand it better. So the yellow sentence is in active voice and the blue one is in the passive voice. So let's see the formation first. So you have subject here. So I have written he reads a novel. The sentence in present simple. He is the subject here. Reads the verb and novel. the object. You can see subject, verb, base form is there. Also I added, yes, because the subject is in singular form, third person singular, and novel, the object. So we are done with the formation of the active voice. Now in the passive voice, we give emphasis to the object. So we have to bring the object to the beginning because that's what the rule says here. So object and the front. So bring a novel to the front. Okay. Auxiliary verb. So you have to add auxiliary verb based on the object. Here object is singular, so use is, and then the past participle form of read. Read, read, read. A novel is read, and then by. Add by here. Bring the subject at the end. So he will become him, just like how you saw in direct and indirect speech. So a novel is read by him. Rule number 1, very simple. Same thing we're going to apply for the next following example. So we're going to start with subject plus do plus does plus not plus V1 plus object. Okay, that's the next one. Subject is at the beginning, like we saw in previous example. Do plus or does plus does not plus V1 plus object. Okay, let's see the passive voice. Object in the beginning. Okay, like in every passive voice, object is obviously going to be in the beginning. And add auxiliary verbs is plus am plus are plus not plus V3 verb in the third form plus by plus subject. The same concept. We did not change anything too much, just a little. We just added object is am plus are plus not, and then V3 plus by plus say plus subject. Example number 2. He does not cook food. He does not cook food. So you can see subject is that he does not cook food. Okay, you got some helping verbs also here. He does not cook food. So subject, verb, object. Bring the object to the beginning if we are writing in passive voice. So food is in the beginning, is not. So food, add the auxiliary verb is here, and then use the not, and then past participle form of the verb. Cook, cooked, cooked. So food is not cooked. By, add the by, and then he will become him. Like the same the previous example. He does not cook food. Food is not cooked by him. Example number 2 is over. Let's move to the next one. Isn't that easy? I know it's very easy. Third one, interrogative. Does plus subject plus V1 plus object. So we got does at the beginning because we're going to ask question, interrogative sentence, right? So does plus subject plus verb 1 plus object. Okay, what do we see in passive voice? Is at the beginning because it's interrogative. Okay, so instead of does, we're going to add is. There is no object right at the beginning. We're going to use the auxiliary verbs at the beginning because we are asking questions. Is plus am plus are plus object. So we use the auxiliary verb here. Based on the object, we can either use is or am or are. It's purely based on the object. So is or am or are plus object plus V3 verb past participle form plus by plus subject. Okay, let's see some examples here. Does he purchase books? Does he purchase books? So it's an interrogative sentence. Does he purchase books? So active voice. So you have does right at the beginning, just like the formation. Subject is here. Yes, he is here. V1 verb in the base form. Yes, purchase is here. Object. Object books is also there. So the formation is absolutely correct. Now change it to passive voice. Okay. What do we have here? Books. So we're going to bring the object first, right? So here, object is in the plural form. You can see books. Book is singular, books is plural. So we obviously have to use are because books is there. Books in plural form. So are books. Verb purchase should be in the past participle form. Purchase, purchased, purchased. Are books purchased? Add the by at the end. Add the subject at the end also. So, are books purchased by him? Very simple concept if you understand the rules of active voice and passive voice. So we just saw some examples, the formation, the rules of active voice and passive voice using present simple tense. In the next video, we're going to see active voice and passive voice using present continuous tense. Till then, have a great day, but make sure that you like our channel and subscribe our channel, and hope to see you in the next video. Till then, bye bye.